Tales from the Liminal, written and narrated by S.K. Kruse. In this collection of 15 curious and delightful short stories, you never know who you're going to meet or where you're going to end up. You can be certain, however, that you'll always find yourself smack dab in the middle of some befuddling predicament of existence. Bigfoot's got a lover. He was hairy and tall, a Sasquatch down from the mountain, his tangled mass of hair indistinguishable from his beard. Tufts of thick brown fur sprouted from his back and shoulders and covered his torso in appendages like wall-to-wall carpeting. Sprawled out on the sand, someone might mistake him for a rug and wipe their feet on him, but people kept their distance. He looked harmless enough, sitting next to me in his SpongeBob swim trunks and listening to Barry Manilow on an old boombox while he slurped on a raspberry popsicle. When he finished it, he rose from his faded paisley beach towel, did a few lunges and burpees, and then bounded into the ocean with loping strides, leaving a trail of footprints for sunbathers to photograph and submit to National Geographic. Everybody knows Bumbles bounce, but do Bigfoots float? We all paused what we were doing and squinted out into the sparkling waves, secretly rooting for him to make it or conflictedly hoping he would drown. After a nail-biting minute in which his brown coat bobbed and ducked indeterminately in the waves, one shaggy arm shot into the air followed by the other, and with perfect backstrokes they hauled him down the shoreline, impervious to the waves. Next to me, Barry finished singing Mandy and started in on Copacabana, a greatest hits cassette. It made me want to get up and dance and sing, but I wasn't as free as the hirsute hominid who now hauled himself through the water in the opposite direction with a flawless breaststroke. I wondered how he'd gotten that way, so free, if it was something he'd had to work at or something forced on him by his condition. Maybe it had come to him in a flash. Maybe one day he'd been in a coffee shop politely sipping an iced chai latte, hoping his boat shoes and gelled hair and Tommy Hilfiger polo would be enough to fit in with everybody else when management came and asked him once again to please leave the premises, and Bigfoot decided once and for all he'd had enough. The song was half over. The Sasquatch came back on shore and shook the water from his fur. Mothers pulled their children from half-finished sandcastles. Fathers reeled in their fishing lines. People hid the phones that had been mounted on the ends of their arms, but Bigfoot stayed at the shoreline and commenced a series of graceful Tai Chi moves. The phones came back out. Dong Hai Chuan serves the tea. I knew this one. I did it myself, but in my bedroom, with the door closed. Everybody knows humans worry about what other humans think of them, but...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?